a little bit of extra styling in here. I'm going to show you how I put it. You'll notice that this styling, something else I want to show you before we get into adding this styling into the HTML. So you'll see that I've got UL, which is similar to this right here. I was going to do it in this fashion, but I've decided against it. I'm going to show you what's called classes. I'm going to actually add a class in here. I'm going to call it, I'm just going to call it we'll call it oddball. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to say font family will be serif. I'm going to say font, or I'm going to say color will be red. Font weight will be bold, and font size will be 4.5 rem. Okay, that way it stands out. Okay, so let me talk to you a little bit about classes. Okay, and you'll then see what this is. This class right here is only going to be on an unordered list or an unordered list item. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I pull classes and how they work differently than styles that affect a specific tag. So let's run down here, and I'm just going to find a word somewhere in here, like for example the word focus. Okay, and I'm going to give it a span. Now this is not a block level tag. This is an inline tag. I'm going to put the word focus in this span. What that span does is says, kind of like the span of something, it goes from this point to this other point and no further. That span could have a word in it, it could have a paragraph in it, it could have 20 paragraphs in it. And anything that's in that span, if I save it and then I hit refresh over here, you're going to realize there's no difference for that word focus. Okay? However, if I put a class and I make that class oddball and save, when I refresh, the word focus suddenly becomes the focus of the page. It now has adopted all of these styles that are in oddball. But notice something. I started it with a period. I started it with a period because it's not a tag. So it needs something to differentiate it from these standalone tags. Okay, we could also do anything that has the ID of, we'll call this goofball. And we're going to, whoops, that shouldn't be parenthesis, that should be curly brackets. And I'm going to choose the same stuff right here. And I'm going to do this right here. And I'm going to make it 5.5 and I'm going to make it green. But everything else is bold and serif. I'm going to hit save. But now I got to go find another word that I'm going to make the word goofball. So I'm going to take the word vision and I'm going to say span class goofball. Save that and hit refresh. Vision, save, refresh. I did something wrong. Span class goofball. Aha, I know what it was I did wrong. I called it a class. The problem is this is not a class. That's not, I need it to be ID equals goofball. Hit save, refresh. Now the word vision is huge in green. So an ID and a class can be on anything. All right, so I'm going to take this out and I'm going to call this class oddball. Now the whole paragraph should be red. with the one caveat of the word vision being green. So we see it's all red, and then we get to the word vision and it's green. All right, so those are two things. Let me show you how those are different. They operate very much the same. This is anything with the ID of goofball, and this is the class of oddball. Classes start with a period, and IDs in their styles start with a hash or a pound sign. Okay, so let's see how those are then expressed. Here we've got ID equals, and then in quotes, goofball, and here class equals oddball. Notice there's no period and there's no hash before any of those inside the tag, but there is up here inside the styles. So that's a quick other way of doing styles. I'm going to remove this, and then we'll revisit our next thing, which is going to be these and how I'm going to apply these in my bullet lists. And we're going to talk about comments in our next video. So I will see you in the next video.